Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of our Sheffield United RTG. We're returning today after a pretty impressive start which sees us unbeaten in our first 10 games. We're also 3 wins from 3 in the Europa League and into the Carabao Cup quarter-finals where we will face Arsenal. Lots to crack on with today, jumping straight into the first one here. It's at home to West Ham at Bramall Lane. Cornet again. Gets away from Jaden Bogle. Still Cornet, pegs it back to Raimi, great block. Jared Bowen slips it through to Kudus, big save by Gavin Bazunu. First real chance of the game. Hammers sustaining some pressure on our goal. Corner goes short, Kudus swings it in. Oh, it's a brilliant save again by Bazunu. It's been a really poor game this, no real quality, as Hayden Hackney might have a chance here. Hackney, oh what a strike. Right on the stroke of the hour mark. He doesn't get many, Hayden. And on his weaker left foot, rifles that into the top corner, completely against the run of play. Hammer's been the better side, but Hayden gives us the lead. Free kick for the Hammers here. Dangerous position. And Baragi's over it and Sangare heads off the line. Still Baragi, and now Alaba clears. And break could be on. Hayden, stay in your half, Cameron. He's onside there. And Cameron Archer, surely to seal it, is 2. Game over. And that is a rapid counter-attack from Cameron Archer. And Morton finds Taremi. James Ward-Prowse to pull one back. Hammer's not done there. 2-1, still 8 minutes to play. And there is the whistle. Despite the late goal from JWP, we do hold on for the 3 points. Another game where we failed to keep the clean sheet, but most important thing is we got the win on the board. Matchday 4 of the Europa League and a chance to rest most of our starters here. Still expecting the 3 points that I believe would see us qualify for the knockout stages. It's up to Daniel Jefferson. Does well to flick down to Carlos. Now Harry Matthews. Jefferson ahead of him on the run. Great opportunity this for Daniel Jefferson. And there's our opening goal. It's been all Blades pressure in this first half. And just before that 45-minute mark, Daniel Jefferson opens the scoring today. And we lead and we look to have 1 foot in the knockout stages. Still just leading by that 1 goal here. Nicholson floats the ball in. Oh, and it's the first touch since coming onto the field for João Pedro, who just knows how to find the back of the net, this man. We've been stuck at 1-0 since Jefferson's goal. We bring him on and instantly he has an impact. 2-0, points in the bag. Sheffield United through to the knockouts. So that win does confirm us as group winners in Group C. Can't be caught now, so we will not have to play in the preliminary round, which is exactly what I wanted. We've got Leicester City up next, but as you can see, still sat in the top 4 at the moment, but it's very, very tight. Only 3 points separating us down to Manchester United in 8th. And here is the lineup for our visit to the King Power. Got a decent record when we have played here throughout the save. And with the form that we're on, I'm expecting another victory here. Trouble here is Steffi Mavididi comes through. What a tackle by Malik. That's a great piece of defending. Malik into Sangare. Calvert-Lewin ahead of him. And space on the right for Gustavo. Palmer looking to replicate his goal at Newcastle. Decent effort that, and well turned away by Iverson. Corners into Calvert-Lewin though. And it's trademark DCL that. How many times have we seen that since we signed him? And the Blades lead once again. Corner again, Sucic looking to find Calvert-Lewin. He's done so, and Calvert-Lewin finds the net again. 2-0, carbon copy of the first. Blaze heading for another 3 points. Shot comes in, and it's wide. Wow, I thought we were going to lose the clean sheet there. We do manage to see it out, and it's another win for Sheffield United, and our unbeaten march at the start of this season goes on. Brentford, the Bees, up next at Bramall Lane, a team that we don't have the greatest of record against throughout the course of this save, but we are still unbeaten. Been a fantastic start to the campaign, and this is another game that I'll be targeting all 3 points. Come on, you Blades. Malik's just gone down early here. Pretty innocuous tackle, but he's still on his backside. Does seem to be getting to his feet, but I don't think that's going to be a 5-day bruise. I think that might be slightly longer on the sidelines for our new German centre-back. And with the amount of games that we've got coming up in December, it's a big blow for us. We do have cover there, but Malik's been solid since we signed him. Kirkes out wide left, and Calvert-Lewin coming in at the back post. Instead it comes to Jayden Bogle. I don't think he meant that, but he'll claim the assist for Calvert-Lewin. And this man is in fine form at the moment. 3 goals in his last 2 appearances, and he's really starting to rediscover his form from last year. That was a shot from Jayden Bogle, which fell kindly to Calvert-Lewin, and that's now goal number 6 for the Englishman. Still the Bees have it. Shot comes in just wide of Bazunu's far post. Decent effort that. And this is an end-to-end game here at Bramall Lane. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a few more goals today. Free kick in a wonderful position. And it does look like Luka is the best option. And Luka to go up and over. Sucic! Oh, it's brilliant. That is class from Luka. We know that he's got it in his locker. And that is a knockout blow for Brentford. What a hit from Luka Sucic. And there's the whistle. Second goal from Luka killed the game off, and we saw it out from there. Another clean sheet for Gavin and the boys at the back. And Sheffield United just keep marching on. So back into the menus here, and some bad news as we see that Malik's injury, as I suspected, was worse than a 5-day bruise. He will be down for 3 months, which means that we won't see the German again until March. And he's also going to miss this ridiculously busy December period. 9 games in the month of December in 3 different competitions. This is really going to test our squad and the depth and the levels of players that we've brought in the summer transfer window. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a test, and this could be where our season either pushes on or unravels. Match day 5 of the Europa League up next, where we already know we are through as group winners. So quite a few changes once again, and we're going to skim over this one very quickly. Oh, that's nicely worked. Nicholson gets a foot in. Still Twente have it. Worked really well, and what a block. Still they have it. And just before the break, FC Twente with one of the luckiest goals I've seen. It's been an awful game so far. And in stoppage time in the first half, Twente take the lead. Oh, what a ball that is. What a goal. And we're going to fall to defeat for the first time. It was a heavily rotated side, and with nothing to play for. But it is disappointing to lose our unbeaten start to the season. It's going to be the first time that we've lost in any competition all season long. Well, terrible, terrible game that. We didn't create anything going forward. And FC Twente took the 2 chances that they did get. First loss of the season for Sheffield United, and heading into this crazy December period, it's not really the way we wanted to start. Returning back to league matters here, Bournemouth up next down on the south coast, struggling to kick off this campaign, sat in 19th place with just 8 points on the board. With a good record at the Vitality, we have to bounce back and return to winning ways here. Salve, Semenyo, nice turn, brilliant pass, and Bournemouth take the lead. Tavernier with the finish, but it was all about the pass from Semenyo. That was class from the Cherries. Well, I may sound like a broken record, and I've said it before 1,000 times, I'll say it again, but form is so important in career mode. And if we do go back to back with defeats here, With Manchester City and Manchester United up next, that is the last thing we want to do before facing those two. Cam does fire us back on level terms, but we need to make sure we pick up all 3 points here. Poor pass that. Picked off. Monsalve has it. Brilliant pass again. Semenyo denied, but Bazunu can't keep it out for a second time. And after playing a brilliant pass for the first, Antoine Semenyo scores the second. Cherry's back in front. Roberts, former player of ours, of course. That's nicely worked. Brilliantly worked. And what a save by Gavin, flying across his goal. Andrew does well. We've made a few changes to try and get us back into things here. João Pedro, nice skill. And Cameron Archer fires in the equaliser. Well, I think that is going to do it. And it does. We did fight back from behind twice, but a disappointing result really against a team struggling down at the bottom of the league. With both Manchester clubs to come next, this was a game that had to be a win. Well, just before this big clash of the top two, David Alaba has come to me and said that he's not happy with his game time, and that's a bit of a surprise to me. I suppose he is a crucial squad status and he hasn't played a lot in the league, but David Alaba brought in for his experience. Looks like it may be a one and done for the Austrian. Only the 9 appearances, I suppose. So massive clash, the top two facing off against each other here at Bramall Lane. I have struggled against City at Bramall Lane. We've got a good record at the Etihad, but I'm expecting a very, very tough game. Still unbeaten, but there's every chance that run comes to an end here. Really looking forward to this one here. It's always great to test yourselves up against the best there is, and Erling Haaland, and Foden. Oh, it's so unlucky. Anel did a brilliant job against Haaland, and it falls back to Foden, who rifles it in, and City take an early lead here. There's not been too much to report in that first half since Phil Foden's goal, and that's because we're unable to break City down, but we are doing well in our defensive shape. We haven't allowed them to have anything further since that opening 5 minutes, but just struggling to create anything against them. This is why they're the best in the league. It's Calvert-Lewin, and Sucic fires the shot in, which Ederson turns away. First shot on Ederson's goal, and it leads to a corner. And with Calvert-Lewin in there, that's always a threat. It will fall to Hayden on the edge. Decent effort, and I think Dom has gone down there, and with Malik down already, that is the last thing we need is another injury. Hayden, good ball. João Pedro off the woodwork, and Haaland will clear. Jared does really well up against McAtee, and our tails are up a bit now. Luka, João Pedro, back to Luka Sucic. Decent effort. And pushed away by Ederson. Hayden floats it in, looking for João Pedro again! And he's done it again! The Brazilian João Pedro levels it up at Bramall Lane. And do you know what? We deserve that in this second half as well. We've been really good. Had a couple of decent efforts at Ederson's goal, been applying the pressure. And now it's back on City to restore their lead as Gavin forced into the save. I feel like it's going to be one-way pressure for the last 21 minutes. Sangare out to Bogle, and I think that is going to do it. Unless we can snatch all 3 points here, Ederson comes out to claim. And João Pedro's second half header means that we remain unbeaten. It's another draw, as I believe that's now our 7th of the season, but still undefeated and remain just 3 points behind the leaders, Manchester City. So let's take a look at how bad the injury to Dom was. It was again just a 5-day bruise. I think that's the 3rd time this season that Dom's had a bruise that will keep him out. But as for the league standings, well, Chelsea jump above us 3 points behind Manchester City now, 2 points behind the Blues, but still undefeated with 7 draws in our first 15 games. But Manchester United can close the gap to us to just 1 point with a win here at Old Trafford. Couple of changes for us with this coming at just 3 days after the clash against Manchester City, and Calvert-Lewin does miss out with that 5-day injury. Let's see how we get on, and again I'd take another point. So of course Old Trafford is a ground where we've had some joy in recent seasons, but of course they did defeat us in the Carabao Cup final last year at Wembley, in the one that mattered. And looking to get on the attack here with Sancho in behind Nicholson, who'd gone forward. And Mount from range turned away by Bazunu. First save of the game for our shot stopper, and I doubt it will be the last. Corner swung in. Ball forward to Højlund, does well. Of course, scored the goal for United that won them the Carabao Cup last season. And Alaba dispossessed, good chance, and Bazunu saves. Anthony to Mount. And Mount again. And Højlund, oh, he's missed. Wow. That's a great chance for Rasmus, who fires it wide of the mark. As I said earlier, scored the goal that won Manchester United the Carabao Cup at Wembley last season, but couldn't find the net there in what is Manchester United's best chance of the half. Still 0-0 at the Theatre of Dreams as we head into the second half. Sancho does well, finds Olmo, and now it's Højlund, and brilliantly worked, and there's Manchester United's goal. Danny Olmo, I believe it is, with the finish. Or no, it's Cocu, as we just got pulled apart. Tried to get back across with Alaba, and Bazunu couldn't get there either. Cocu with his first goal of the season, and United lead. Oh, that unbeaten record on the line here, unless we can find a goal, as Onana denies Jefferson and kept alive for Hackney. First time we've been forward, and instantly the Blades level it up. Jefferson, oh, poor tackle that. And Jefferson stayed down there. And that was a really poor tackle from Jimenez. And we saw Calvert-Lewin go down, luckily just for a few days. But obviously Malik out for 3 months. The last thing we need is another injury. Lovely build-up. Alcaraz, what a block. As we nearly won it at the death. Last couple of minutes, boys, to hold on. Corner swung in. And it might fall to Højlund, and Bazunu pounces on it. And that will do it. One apiece here in Manchester, as it was against their Manchester rivals in Sheffield. And we've now drawn as many games as we've won this season. Still undefeated, 8 wins and 8 draws from our opening 16 league games. Matchday 6 of the Europa League to come next, but we'll find out how bad the injury was to Jefferson, and it's that goddamn broken toe injury once again. He'll join Malik on the sidelines for 3 months, and will be without Daniel Jefferson until March time. That is frustrating, that, as we're starting to lose some key members of the squad. Matchday 6 of the Europa League up next. We already know, as I've mentioned, that we have topped the group, so we won't have to play in the preliminary round. But I'm hoping to make sure we end the group with a win after our loss in Matchday 5. Well, looking for the first chance of the game here. Darko does well, and break could be on. João Pedro looking to get away. Sends through Harry Matthews. Brilliant opportunity this. Harry Matthews, what a save. Corner for the Blades. And it's a brilliant header. And that's João Pedro with another goal this season. He's been our main man in all competitions. And he fires us into the lead here on match day 6. Oh, that's very risky. Matthews. Oh, that is calamity at the back from Apoel, and I believe that's Matthews' second goal of the season, but that is an absolute gift from the away side. Allen. Good run by Patrick from left back. Patrick Nicholson, our first goal for the club. The academy grad. And I'm a big fan of this lad. Being coached by Carl Walker, one of the greatest right backs in Premier League history. And what a goal from the young Sheffield United academy grad. Nicholson with his first goal for the club. Oh, lovely ball. And Alcaraz pegs it back to Matthews. And it's 4. Matthews has his second. And Sheffield United finishing the group in style. Matthews, nice skill. Matthews! Oh! And there is the whistle. Comfortable win. Bit of a dead rubber for us, but good to get 4 goals on the board. And a couple of the youth lads scoring as well. Alright then, Everton up next at Bramall Lane. And then we've got the Carabao Cup quarter-final, which I want to try and squeeze in before the end of today's episode. A couple of changes to the team as that Cup quarter-final comes in midweek. So I want to make sure that everyone's fit and fresh. So second half underway here. It's been a pretty diabolical game so far. No chances as of yet, but here comes Gabriel. Finds Calvert-Lewin against his former team, hits the woodwork. And we were inches away from an opening goal. Luka. Oh, that's class. Sucic! That is brilliant from the Croatian. He's not quite been at his best this season. And it would have been hard to replicate the numbers he put up last year. But that is a little piece of magic from Luka. One skill move and then bang, past Nkapie. And the finish to match as well. That's brilliant from the Croatian. Sucic, lovely. Man at the back, stick is Maguire. What is Slabhead doing up there? Went for a run from open play and just had a tap in at the back post. 2-0, game over. 3 points staying in Sheffield. Last chance for Everton to find a consolation goal here. Artur. Oh, off the crossbar. And Bazunu survives with the clean sheet. Another 3 points on the board, still unbeaten, and into the Carabao Cup quarter-final against Arsenal next. Come on, you Blades. So here is the lineup for our trip to the Emirates for this Carabao Cup quarter-final. It's the final game of the episode, so let's go out there and make sure we book our semi-final place for the second year in a row. Come on, you Blades. Anel, Luka, worked nicely out to Jadon. Oh, now Jadon's gone down. Not again. Jadon Bogle potentially with another long-term injury here, and he's not quite been himself since that ACL a couple of years ago, as Ødegaard gives the Gunners the lead. And it's a double whammy for the Blades. An injury to Jadon and Arsenal in the lead. Dom gets there before Declan Rice. João Pedro, lovely ball. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, and it's cleared, and now Dom's gone down as well. Luka. Hayden. João Pedro drops to Calvert-Lewin, and we will recycle. Luka. Hackney, good save. Corner, which Hackney will swing in. Luka's attacking it. And Luka levels it up from the corner. One apiece at the Emirates. Jesus back to Barrera, and Sangare now snaps away. Luka sends it through to Dom, who's onside. Has a man coming across to beat. And he's done that very well. And Sangare! Oh, it's wide. Not the man you want in that position. If only that were Luka. That would be Sheffield United heading to the semi-finals. What a chance. Plays it in. Bogle does well and finds Gabriel, and the break could be on here. Luka away from his man. Kivior to beat. Lovely. And Carlos. Surely for the win. What a save. Oh, João Pedro. How? How did we not score? And Luca swings the corner in. Dangerous ball and cleared. Kept alive. Maguire. Out to Luca. Beats his man. Sucic across. And João Pedro has done it. Scenes at the Emirates as Sheffield United win it with the last kick of the game and head to the semi-finals again. Luca down the left. Pegs it back and João Pedro just missed a sitter. Just calmly pokes it into that far corner. And the Blades heading into the semi-finals. What an end to the episode. Well, we should be able to find out who it is we will face in that two-legged semi-final. I'm hoping for Crystal Palace and avoiding Chelsea or Spurs. Are we going to have the luck? It will be... It's Tottenham over 2 legs, the first being at home at Bramall Lane. Having a decent season themselves, just a point behind us in the Premier League. But that is where we will end it for today's episode, guys. Still unbeaten, 8 draws in our first 17 games and the best defensive record as well. Just 3 points off the leaders, but as always, it is remarkably close in the Premier League. I'll catch you for the next episode very soon, guys. It's been quite a long one. Take care and peace.